My first sort of show concert.
Yeah.
Norm took me to see Dave Brubeck.
Really?
Yes.
I went to see Dave Brubeck with Norm.
But so he'd only take me to classical shows, you know, and everybody's calm and cool and collected, and it was the same people. To see Dave Brubeck, and his clarinet guy got up there and just wailed. It was like the loudest noise I'd ever heard, and I was just stoked out of my mind. And all these old people are just getting up and storming out, you know, and it was so good.
Who was the clarinet guy?
One of his guys, I don't know, it wasn't Desmond.
Brubeck.
Desmond was there, but his clarinet guy, like, put that thing right into the microphone and just... It was like the happiest I've ever been in my life.
What happened was Ray and I went to see Springsteen on the 3rd of July. Okay, we went to see him at the Forum, and it was a great show. And we're coming back. I remember this really clearly.
And now it's on the radio.
We're on 405, and the 10's coming up, and they announced it on the radio. And Ray and I just at the both the same, because they said tickets going to go on sale tomorrow morning, and we both we thought we didn't really. Well, I don't even think we talked about it. We were communicating.
I think we flipped a Yui on the freeway.
Yeah, we just went wah. Ray like cut over 4 lanes, and then the next thing you know, we were like 6th in line. One of the greatest things about that night was there was a guy that was like 5 behind us who got there right when we did, and he was the monster Springsteen fan ever. He way outdid Perry.
Well, maybe that's who got my ticket.
No. This guy was so excited about this show. He was so jacked up that when they cut it at Perry, and you and I were next, he didn't cry, but you knew that there were going to be major tears shed. But this guy was kind of ingenious.
Wait, was he at the Forum show? He must have been.
Yeah, oh yeah, for sure he was. But so what happened was we were all like everybody was crowding around.
This was after what? Born to Run?
It was Darkness had just come out.
Oh, it was after Darkness. Okay.
So this guy.
But it was after we saw him at
right, because we
Winterland.
saw. No, it was before Winterland. We saw Winterland in December.
Oh, wow, okay.
So this guy, everybody's like, you know, giving the guy condolences, like he didn't make it, man. I'm sorry, you're not going to get in. And the guy goes home. Whatever. We don't know what happened. That night, I go to the show, and I look over, and I just got in, and I look over, and I see the guy, and I'm like, "You got in! You got in!" He's like, "Come here, man." And what the Roxy did was they gave you a color. So each ticket you went to was a different color. So Springsteen was this color. The next night was this color. The next
Take aisles.
And so he looked at the colors, and he bought a ticket, a $10. The tickets were only $5, by the way, for Springsteen. He bought a ticket for $10 to see Teddy Pendergrass.
Ooh.
Some point in October, because it was the same color, gave him the ticket. I mean, it was just a genius move. And literally...
And it said Teddy Pendergrass.
Yeah, but they didn't turn it over to look that said Springsteen. And everybody in the place that knew, that everybody started clapping and cheering when they saw this guy. I mean, it was a moment. It was really just the geniusness of people.
Now, we're college guys, so we got the general admission, and we slip on in.
Yeah.
And I'm sitting in the back, you know, and they've got the bar doors to open to get in.
Yeah.
It was a gym, right?
Yeah.
So I'm back there, and I hear this banging on the door, and I'm like, shit, somebody wants to sneak in. So I open the door, and it's this big fucker. I'm like, come on in, man, should be a good show. So he comes in, and another guy comes in, another guy comes in. They walk right up onto the stage. I'm like, holy shit, this is the band. They were locked out.
And Gabriel, you had already said.
Yeah, so Peter Gabriel, so I get there, and before these guys come in, and there's the janitor's up there, he's sweeping the floor and shit. I'm like, this is pretty weird. Everybody's hearing this guy sweeping the floor. And all of a sudden he sat down on the piano and started playing, and it was Peter, he took off his hat, it was Peter Gabriel.
Wow. I had a moment, though. Twice in my life I've had a moment where I actually there was something, everything was lining up, I don't know how it works.
Stars were
But I
lined
almost was lifted off the ground. It was one of those moments where I was so locked into what these guys were doing, and they were so locked into what...
Well, obviously it was in the gospel tent, but do you have any other ones
No,
outside of the gospel tent?
it was before we went. It was in 80.
Well, that's not right.
Yeah, well, nobody cares about
You're
that.
going to say you had a mystical moment before we were there?
I did. I just wanted to preface, I wanted to get a little build up for our later mystical moments.
Bastard.
And it was saying the Four Tops and Fats Domino on
Oh, right.
Riverboat.
On the boat.
Oh,
Yeah,
right.
that's good.